Hi, YouTube. How are you doing? There was just a little bit of a delay here on the camera, but anyway, a little weird. Oh, speaking of a little weird, there was somebody that addressed like the whole world. I mean, if I'm angry at somebody, I'm talking to them and they have attacked me first, I might cuss at them, but I saw somebody I'm listening to or wanted to listen to address the world as bitches. Oh, uh, I've never been called a bitch before just for enduring things that other people wouldn't even consider um, doing for humanity. It's the first time I've ever been called a bitch for doing what's right. Wow, that's kind of that's me, and this is supposed to be a motivational channel. It's like, oop, just another one to cross off my list. Less you're watching, and this is what I've got to say. If you're, I don't know, male or female, if you have mommy issues that hurt you, or um, spouse or wife or girlfriend or whatever it is that led you to include the entire world in your language. I hope that you can get over that feeling because just for an instance, I've felt like that in my life towards people, but I don't feel the need to include everybody in the planet in that language because of that reason. So I hope that helped a little bit. Because personally, those are fighting words to me. You know, women are not bitches. It's time this world really starts to consider their language towards other people. But then it does reflect a lot on who, I mean, if you're out there and you're yelling at the dark cabal or people that actually harm children and make money off it, like I, for instance, have been sold twice in my life, you might have something to really swear about. Or if you're in a position where, say that somebody wants something or somebody that you have in your life, like your spouse or something. Um, I'm not out here wanting anything that doesn't belong to me. I'm here to take what's mine. I don't care about anything else. I'm not out here trying to step on people's toes, take something that doesn't belong to me, or manipulate or any of that type of thing. It's even in my estranged marriage, and it's a very strange one. But we have certain agreements that we made over 35 years ago as friends. And Doug calls me like I'm a midwife, and not in the medical term either, in the term that he knows how I feel in my heart and what my position on that is. So, like I say, I'm not out here trying to call other women bitches because you got something I don't have, or like you're willing to do something um, to excel that other people aren't, and then you're salty about it. Well, go have another beer, whoever you are, because something's wrong inside there. I'm assuming it's alcohol from the language. Um, you might want to make your videos. I don't know if you're in the EU or where you are, but you might want to make your videos a little earlier in the day so that doesn't impede your thinking there. Best wishes with all that. Because my first instinct was off with your fucking head. And then I thought about it for a while and I thought, well, yeah, I actually have been in that position. I've had people call me names on here and try and slander me and different things. So yeah, I've got heated. But this is like one well, wasn't even one. I had a whole group of people um come against me. But that isn't what this is. So I just thought I'd take a minute to talk to you because um I'm not going to out you right this second. So I think you're in a lot of pain and you don't realize what you're doing. But like with me, when somebody is spoken for, so to speak, don't get salty because you were not built to do the amount of work and go through and endure what I have endured and to be called a bitch because I do that. Yeah. What do you think that's going to get for you? Hmm? Like I said, I'm not out here wanting nothing you have. Stay off of my fucking turf. You wouldn't feel like I was a bitch if you get your fucking stuff between your legs conjoined with your thinking. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, I'm not playing games with people. I'm just trying to talk, and it's not easy. I've been attacked before for doing the right thing in my life. I'm sick of it. Like I said, to me, that's a fighting thing. I know there's different ethnic groups that think that that's permissible and okay. It's not okay in any neighborhood. In this YouTube platform, I mean, like I said, if you're not berating the dark cabal, who are you berating out here? Somebody like me that'd actually take care of you, or somebody that hasn't? So anyway, because women are not bitches. I have 4 granddaughters. Are they bitches? Hmm? Maybe yours are. How do you like that? So just be careful. I mean, you can retract that. You can actually get on here and not even apologize if you have such an ego tripping thing about yourself. But you could get on here and make a little video and say I might want to reword what I said, what I wrote, because it's nothing you would say to my face. I guarantee that. So and not from me, somebody almost got killed in my front yard one time from calling me a bitch. Yeah, so I wouldn't take it lightly. I did. I lightened up on it and I tried to see it from different angles. Well, what would make this person do that? I mean, not specifically pointing out a channel or an incident or anything that you've actually been through, but just making a blanket statement. Hey, world, yo, bitches, what's up? Yeah, yeah. Que pasa, motherfucker? Yeah, right. No comprende. No, comprehendos. It's usually what I'm confronted with. Anyway, so Yeah, I was watching Lady Babylon this morning. There's going to be another one tonight. But uh, Professor Almond is starting up his Almond University for his ancient Greek classes again, maybe couple, 2, 3 times a week. Just whatever he can do. He's been through some stuff, and yeah, who gives a fuck, right? Well, anyway, he was talking about, and so if you're interested in the ancient Greek, look into it. If you're wanting to uncover ancient texts that can only be found in that ancient language, I would suggest looking at. Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, but even if you do it like I'm doing, a little bit at a time, or even if you don't get what's going on and you got to go back, so what? Take your time doing something. Even if it's hard. There's times things have been so difficult it almost made me, or did make me, cry. And then I just get right back to it. I have a set determination in me when I put my mind to doing something. And people are capable of doing remarkable things. So don't think you can't. Because, yeah, it's difficult. But, um, you know, anyway. So, anyway, he was talking about how he hasn't dreamt for a very long time. I think I sort of had one this morning, or somebody was trying to communicate with me or something, but I have not dreamt for decades. I used to have severe nightmares, but I also had people actually trying to do crafty things to me in the night, so, or actually attacking me while I was sleeping. I've had that happen. Surprise, you know, but, huh. But yeah, I don't dream. Like I say, I was in REM sleep. I was just about awake, but not quite, and could feel myself thinking about something. I don't know what it was. Like I say, don't really dream. So, yeah. Like he said too, yeah, I dream during the day. It's not actual dreaming, it's like connections and foreseances and um plans for the future. That type of thing, like when your mind isn't actually idle, but say like if I'm listening to a video, like a motivational video or something, and my mind will sort of like wander into the future. So yeah. Anyway, so Mr. or Miss or Ms. or whoever you are on that one Joker channel I watched. Wow, you are not a motivational speaker. You're like a bad day at Black Rock. Um, or wow, fucking narcissist that was my first thought. Wow. Um, Somebody that would use a channel with no name, no face, and get on there and use derogatory terms towards the whole world. It's like, do you feel fulfilled now, or what? Where to get you? You can't, like me. If I'm gonna insult somebody, I'm gonna do it right. But I can't see your face, so I don't know who I'm talking to. I mean, doesn't matter. It does not matter. See, a lot of people are afraid. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're as brave as me. I highly doubt it, but you could be. But if you're not, I wouldn't be out there. You have an electronic signature that can be followed in the ether. So I wouldn't play with people like that, but because I'm not playing out here, you know. So, hey, best wishes, you know. I do love the underdog story. I am one. Um, when you survive things that were meant to kill you, groups of people that intentionally tried to take you out, you know, might have a reason to complain. Yeah, perhaps. But to slander the vessel of motherhood itself with such filth like that. I mean, okay. Like I say, if you've personally been hurt by somebody, or like I seen people going on to somebody that's teaching people and totally try to throw a wrench in decades of their work just by being slanderous, something like that, I could see you might be mad enough to call people some names, you know? It's like people taking my medical journaling for their own. Yeah, it pisses you off. You'd be calling some names, like Susan Davis taking my work with bicarbonate soda and claiming it for her own about 20 years ago now. Yeah, it pissed me off. I was calling her a bitch. Yeah, I still am. But see, I just said her name. It's not a blanket statement. So I debated whether or not to talk about this. Yeah, anyway. I had a pretty good day, all in all. I went out and checked my tomato plants. Got some rain last night. We are expecting more. I had put out a couple of my tropical plants yesterday and another one today, and got some lettuce planted that I'm letting it bolt so it has seeds so I can just plant some more later. I have a real shady spot for it. Two types of lettuce, um, romaine and Boston. So I have one of them out. My little Boston one is rooting, but by fall see I'll be able to have a bunch of it. Otherwise, we've got so many rabbits around here too. We can just put it out for them. They'll eat it. But yeah, I have it in a raised container is what I've got the one in a pot, but the rest of the short ones are going in a raised container. So that's and I made some coleslaw to go with some chicken later today. So I made that this morning, and oh, reminds me I have to take an allergy pill. I am allergic to cabbage, but I I like it. I've just been craving. I love like chicken with coleslaw. That's really good. I like chicken with baked beans. I'm allergic to, and cornbread. That's one of my favorite meals, but um I'm allergic to the cornbread and the beans, so I have to really be careful I don't get carried away when I'm eating it. I eat once a day, and I usually eat the same amount that I always eat on any given day. Not excessive amounts, but just what I need, like a meal, you know. Sometimes a little extra. I'll have, like before I eat, I'll have a little bit of sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds or something like that as an appetizer. And I've been doing really good with no sugar. I last month had sugar twice, I think. and both times I felt kind of ill because of it. One was this little, oh, it was called a vanilla brownie bar. Um, it was horrible. At least it tasted horrible to me. Then I'm trying to think. Or maybe I only had sugar one time last month. I think so. And not yet this month at all. So, yeah. Been doing good on that. So, I went a couple decades with hardly ever eating anything sweet. I'd make it for my family and that. And, I mean, they ate healthy, but I mean, like kids, you know. Even when I made stuff like chocolate chip cookies or different things, I'd make raisin oatmeals and um, make them a lot healthier than what the recipe would call for, that type. So, yeah. So, anyway, blew me away. Um, I was going to tell you the name of that channel, and I thought, no, I'm going to try and talk to this person first. Because I've always been the one that had people intruding on my life and trying to destroy me. Um, Even with the people that have. And oh, it really, one time I was about 15, it was all I could do um, not to call somebody that name. I just walked, I left. Um, anyway, but I've been called names a lot in my life. I grew up being called names by somebody that should have been taking care of me. And I think people could take care of other people a lot better. If you're going to call somebody some names, name who you're talking to. If you're talking to me, you need to fuck off with that. And I want to slap your head off your shoulders, no matter what you think you are. Like I say, I'm not out here wanting anything you have. So anyway, but when you want something that's mine and then want to try and torture me because not only have I worked for what I have and the people that love me, you didn't do that. I did. That's who I am, not you. You weren't born for that. Don't blame me. I can only just do me. And I can't coddle people that aren't willing to stand up and walk alongside me, that want to whine about it because their life didn't go the way you wanted it to go. Well, neither did mine. So fucking what? Get a grip. Or do you think that just because I'm alive now, that it didn't hurt? Oh, it's okay. She's okay. She endured. She's strong. She can keep enduring. Yeah. And then people want to suck off that strength. Better be careful because you don't know who I've helped and who's helping me before you go calling people's names, you know. Might be the last thing you say. unless you're fearless. I know I am. I have good reason to be fearless because I'm the warrior. I don't know about you. Anyway, so yeah, like I say, I'm not naming names on this thing right now. Something tells me somebody's in an extreme amount of pain and can't pull themselves up. And you're not the only one. There's only like millions of us out here like that, you know. But I am the only one that's been willing to fight the dark cabal. I started this fight before anybody did in my generation. I'm not saying ancestral. I'm talking about in the 60s up until now, because I was a kid when I started this battle. They knew who I was, and I knew who they were too. So I can only try and appeal to your better senses to take back what you just said directed at me, or I'll be directing some stuff at you. And I'm not gonna I'm not gonna show mercy or apologize to people that want to punish me for fucking surviving. Get it? Mm. Like I said, take some time before, like usually I try and get my video done by about noon or so, but I did take time to think about what I was going to say before I said it because I'm not out to just slaughter people that are going through hell, you know, but we have to take care of each other out here. If you're claiming to be some type of motivational channel and using the Joker personification to do that, nah, that you know. Mm. Here's a scenario. I'll try and make this um it's like, say there's a man and a woman that are meant for each other and other people are trying to get in between that. Um, do you think they'd be angry? I mean, they might not say nothing, but what do you think their feelings are? Even if they listen to what you have to say. I had somebody tell me they're crushing on me. Well, I'm not going to respond to that. That's their problem. I'm not available. What people don't know is I really never have been. There's a few people that found that out the hard way, but whatever. It's nothing. I have never gone into a relationship and tried to deceive somebody with a closeness um, that they could never achieve from me. I'm too independent like that. I got married on Independence Day for a reason. Oh, anyway, it was lost on most people, the reason. It's kind of a combination of a few reasons, but It has nothing to do with wanting to be with other people or anything like that, because my soul has always belonged to just one, and Doug's fully aware of that. Well, anyway, it's more like a working relationship, you know, a little more than that, but it's you'd have to live it to be able to. he, you'd have to know history and bloodlines and different things to really, yeah, to even understand what I mean by that, you know. So some of you might get it, some of you might not. It's, you know, I'm dusting my desk and then I'm going to get this uploaded. And yeah, I'm sorry for this person up to a point, to the point where I would like to at least arm wrestle you and ask you to reconsider what you said. Oops. um, but if you don't want to, that's okay. I won't be wishing you well if you're going to keep acting like that towards people. Because, I mean, like I say, if you're going to come out here in just a second and direct that to somebody in particular, yeah, I can see that. Or a group of people, and you're specific about it. But who the and what are you trying to accomplish besides trying to get a reaction? Where do you live? I'll give you a reaction, you know, no problem. Feel froggy? Leap. That's what I do. Okay, I think I've made my point. Maybe ones that you didn't even want to hear. Yeah, well, I'm not going to apologize for making it through the fire that other people weren't willing to walk through because you're chicken shit. Weak. And probably not very intelligent, so I'll probably just leave it there. I have more to say if you don't retract that. Yeah, I'm going to probably say more and totally expose you because I heard things that were said in the dark. Because guess what? I can hear those conversations. Isn't that something? Yeah. Okay. Have a good day. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA.